Hello and welcome to another live stream with me, BonBonB. I'm BonBonB. You're very welcome, and all I've been doing today is live streaming. It's been one long live stream. 81 tile collaboration map. I've been building my particular bit on, and we're getting there. I'll have it done very soon, and then we'll have a special video at the end of the week for those of you that want to take part in the 81 tile collaboration, want to know how to share your files, all that sort of stuff. We'll be doing that. We'll be doing that at the end of the week, and then we can have progress. We can get moving, get rolling. Lovely. Looking forward to it. So anyway, this is Development Diary number 11, Citizen Simulation and Lifepath. Now this has been put back by a week. We had last week's one, this week's one last week, and last week's one, which was this one, this week, because they had some new animations that they wanted to share. Super proud of the new work, the progress that they've made with the citizens, and let's hope. Okay, let's be honest. I've seen them already. Let's hope it's worth it, shall we? Let's hope it's worth it. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, as the usual pattern, is I'm going to read through the development diary line by line. We're going to watch the video. The video will be on mute so that I don't get a copyright strike on the music. Other than that, if I could listen to it with the just the audio. We have had the closed captions on. It doesn't really help us a great deal. I think I'll probably pop them on as well. So there we go. So right, so I'm going to have a little read through it. There are a couple of giblets during this, so that we didn't know, or we've had clarified. So it's definitely worth reading through in full. Anyway, hi and welcome back to another development diary for Cities Skylines II. This is from Ivania. Today, 1600, 4 p.m. Central European time, 3 p.m. Sorry, where are we? What time is 3 p.m. I don't know what time it was. I'm wiped. My brain has been wiped. 3 p.m. UK time. There we go. This time we'll take a closer look at the people populating your cities, their lives, and the choices they make as they grow older, as well as how your actions steer their lives in different directions. Citizens act as one of the primary agents simulated in the game. They are residents of the houses in the residential zones, they are the workforce of the industrial, commercial and office zones, and they are the customers in your commercial zones. Citizens suffer if the services do not operate properly, but they also reap the benefits and flourish if you manage and govern your city well and answer their various needs. Basically, without your citizens, you won't have a city. That's why cities exist. Citizens are always up to something. Oh yes, choosing from a variety of different activities. These include mundane things such as going to work or to school, shopping, sleeping or studying. They also have rarer activities such as committing a crime, escaping the crime scene, seeking medical treatment and moving away. Many of these actions have simulation effects, such as travelling to different places causing traffic on the roads. Shopping causes changes in the economy simulation, albeit small when considering individual households, and getting medical treatment, which takes up patient spots at the medical facility. Citizens can own pets. Pets owners are chosen randomly from the citizen pool, while pets are purely cosmetic and do not affect citizen happiness or their consumption of resources, garbage accumulation or noise pollution. They add a bit of flavour to your city. Come on. We know that pets do actually consume resources. They consume food. They cost money to keep. You need veterinary services and so forth. And they are definitely dogs responsible for noise pollution. Anybody who's lived next door to somebody with a yapping dog will know about that. But, it's nice that they're in there from the off. We don't have to wait. Still would have rather had push bikes though. You can spot citizens and their four-legged friends around the city. I can see one there. I can see, I think there's one there. There we go. A nice picture of a four-legged friend. Each citizen has their own life path, which describes the major events of their lives. They can either move into the city or are born there. They grow up, go to school and find work. They spend their free time at home in the parks and other attractions, or go shopping in the city's commercial buildings. They might get sick or become unemployed, and if they are happy, they will stay in the city and eventually grow old and die of old age. All of which you can keep an eye on. Check out the highlights video below before diving into the details of the development diary. So that's what we're going to do. If I can just center that, that would be better. That'll do. It'll have to do. So no music. We'll leave the closed captions on. If you've not seen this, the link to the original dev diary is in the description, so you can go and read it and watch it. This with the full Technicolor sound on. But I think you're going to be really impressed by the quality of the citizen simulations. Here we go. Right, you might think the city building is all about glass and steel, bricks and mortar, tarmac, smokestacks and iron tracks. But it's also about joy and laughter, sadness and tears. But it's all, read that. Struggles, triumphs and even love. Love. I mean, okay, look, sorry. You know, my meme there is about sponsored by Pampers. They all look like they've crapped themselves. I'm sorry. It's all about the people. Anyway, while the behaviour of your city citizens is rooted in deep simulation, they aren't guided by ones and zeros. They follow real human impulses on their life path. A life path encompasses many major events that shape their lives. It starts with being born or moving to the city. Everything after that, first day at school to college graduation, first big promotion to retirement, their nervous first date, or tying the knot. It's just another step on their life path. Love. Most days will be uneventful. Citizens will follow a routine of attending school, working, and spending free time with friends and family. But like the rest of us, they have good days and bad days. Citizens can fall ill, suffer accidents, lose their job, and become homeless. Commit crimes and face the consequences. On the flip side, citizens reap the benefits when your city thrives. Happy citizens stay and contribute as they get older, until it's time to line up at until they die, right? Die. Happiness is something you can actually measure in Cities Skylines II. It's a score that tallies an individual's health and well-being. You can track happiness on each citizen's information panel, view the panel for their household to learn what's contributing or detracting from their happiness. You get the basics right and citizens will be basically happy. Yeah. Ensure they have a reliable electricity supply, clean water, decent plumbing, and regular garbage collection. Minimise ground, air and noise pollution. All of those bits. Keep a lid on crime so citizens feel safe. High-speed internet is pretty much a must-have, and so is a suitable home. Families need space so they'll benefit from living and blah, blah, blah. All the stuff we know already, right? Singles and students who want low rents and busy, all the stuff we know already, right? Healthcare is non-negotiable. Without it, citizens can die from illness and so forth. And injuries. Even with good sanitation and low pollution, citizens will need medical facilities near enough to travel to on their own steam or by ambulance for routine care. This is especially important for your city's elderly population whose health won't always be tip-top. Seniors are actually in the last of 4 stages of life that your citizens will experience. They might live in a multi-generational home with citizens. So basically, family homes, right? Gotcha. And dogs. You know, the animations on the dogs is actually better than on the people. Keep your finger on the pulse of what's happening with your citizens by viewing their Lifepath journal. It records everything that happens to them from the moment you click follow. Very important, note that one. It will show their personal details, the happiness score, their Chirper feed. Yep, the Chirper feed. Oh, and one more thing, Chirper is back. Expanded and better integrated. I would agree with that. Citizens now get the voice to say what's going on in their lives. And if their chirps get likes, you know that is an important topic to them and so forth. This can be very helpful when people chirp to complain about underperforming services and applaud their latest excellent work, that kind of thing. When it comes to health, well-being, citizens think quickly, think quality, not quantity, not quickly. By creating places, spaces, and experiences that enrich their life, you'll discover that city building is all about. Ba-bum. Right, so anybody want to see the animations of people waddling about like they've got adult diapers on? I think we do. It's absolutely hilarious. We wait. Hang on, I'm going to get rid of the captions here. We waited a week for this one. It was swapped over, so episodes 10 and 11 have been swapped over because they have new citizen animations they wanted to show us. These are the animations they wanted to show us, right? I mean, underwhelmed would be the word I would use here. Hi, Diego. I mean, the models are, I mean, they're okay, but they've got adult diapers on. All of them. Every last one of them. This lad here, look at him. So he's just come out of school with his pants filled. It's frankly hilarious. Looks like they need a toilet. It looks like they've been to the toilet, but they didn't reach the toilet in time, in my opinion. This is nice. The thing about first kiss, getting married, all that sort of stuff, that romances can happen between citizens is nice. There's also the one line in there. It was a little throwaway line about Chirper that you can like keep a track, because if your citizens, if your city has got say 1 million population, this guy here, let's call him Ralph, right? Ralph has had a life path, but we can't really, I don't think we're going to be able to check back too much on his history in his life path until you click on his life path and click follow. At that point, I think the game starts tracking him for you. So it doesn't actually have to update the life paths of every person in the city, but those that you want to follow, you will get a full life path report from. So I highly recommend, as soon as you get the game, every couple of minutes go to every house, make sure everybody that lives in the house has been clicked follow, and then you'll get a full story on all of them. I reckon there's two levels of simulation here. I reckon there is a like an in-depth simulation for those that you are following, and then there is an overview simulation for those of you that aren't. Just like a quick simulation where their stats are generically updated. But those that are being followed might actually get a little bit more processor time. So hi Aaron. Yeah, looks like they're in the toilet. Looks like Diego. Underwhelming and kind of disappointed. Yes. They kind of built up. Now, admittedly, it might not be the animations. I mean, look at these two character models here. They actually look better than the character models here. There is a definite step up to there, but then these ones, I mean, the models, I guess, are a bit better. The dog, and maybe they're waiting to release the dog animations. I don't know, but maybe what they're waiting to do was to show us things like these pop-up windows. Maybe they weren't quite ready, and also the simulation pop-up with where are we? The Chirper comes over here. Oh, there you go. Followed citizens. So we're following Nova Lines, moving in with Karen Mason. What a happy day! So that was their Chirp from that date, and you can see where what they do, what they're doing at the moment, and then all of their little all the information, the stuff that you follow, you can follow, right? And then we have Chirper. Here we have Greg Evans. So many open jokes, so few workers. What gives? Oh, open jobs. I can't. It's a bit fuzzy, this screen. So many open jobs, so few workers. So he thinks there should be more people working there. It doesn't feel safe going out at night with all the crime around. Can we get some more police here? So all the usual stuff. People moaning. And there's even a little chirp at the bottom there from the water department. So yeah, I mean, I think Chirp, especially with it being over here with a little pop out rather than having it slap bang in the middle of the screen, which was a real eyesore in the old game. I think that's definitely progress. So, right, whom else do we have here? Luigi's here. Hi, Luigi. They appear to have the same animation. Yeah, whole lot of lockstep going on. Yeah, I can't disagree with that. Think there's definitely, in terms of some of the character animations, a room to go, but honestly, the characters are, I mean, while they are better than Cities Skylines 1, they're not quite what you'd be expecting for Cities Skylines 2. Character models are a little underwhelming, as you say, or someone said. Diego said. Am I kidding? I'm still going to get it. Of course. I mean, I am. 1 million population that you are yeah, oh god, yeah, click on each one individually and follow them individually. You wouldn't get any city building done at all. You're just going to be reading tweets. The footage could have been recorded at different stages. Yeah, this is true. I think I kind of alluded to that I figured there may have been like the two guys sat on the bench looked sharper than the guys that were wandering about. So yeah, it may be. Luigi, this feels super scope creep. I'm going to be honest, following the 1 or 2 sims you can create in my sim mode in SimCity 4 was cool, but really just don't care about the deeper the sim stuff. I mean, the thing is, how deep? I think, again, a lot of it will be the curiosity. You will see the chirps coming up, but I guess if there's a character in your city that you're interested in, and I know someone like Cities by Diana is going to be all over this, doing a following the life path of people and reporting on their lives and following them to work and seeing their kids grow up. I mean, if you focus on a family or something along those lines, it could prove quite interesting. I think possibly a little bit, possibly tiny bit. Shall we crack on and read? Okay. There, a lot of what is in this report is stuff that we know already, but there are a few little gems, a little new things in here as well. So it is worth going through. I did speed read it, so for me, there's definitely going to be stuff in here, maybe in the middle of a paragraph where I've just skipped over it. So I'm going to be picking up on some stuff as well. Right, so happiness. Citizen happiness is the overall value that represents a citizen's satisfaction in their life. It is the combination of their well-being and health and affects a citizen's behaviour and their ability to work. It is always visible to the player in the Citizens Info panel, and hovering over the family's combined happiness level with the mouse cursor in the Household's Info panel shows detailed information about all the things which contribute to the value. Well-being. Well-being indicates a citizen's mental state and sense of safety. Satisfying their basic needs, such as having reliable electricity and clean water, as well as sufficient sewage treatment so their toilets don't overflow, will go a long way in building a solid base for their well-being. Taking care of their garbage piling up and planning residential areas to avoid air, ground and noise pollution builds on that foundation, while good city service coverage provides a passive boost to the citizen well-being. Furthermore, you will want to ensure your citizens feel safe, as living in areas with high crime probability stresses them out and decreases their well-being. That's me. It has been me the last couple of years. Not been a very good couple of years regarding crime where I am. But there we go. Amenities such as a functioning postal service and a high-speed internet connection are valued by citizens, along with a suitable sized apartment that matches their household's needs. Families tend to look for larger homes in low density in low density housing areas and small apartment buildings, while singles, I'm going to restart reading that sentence again. Families tend to look for larger homes in low density housing areas and small apartment buildings, comma, while there's no comma, but I would put a comma there, make it easier to read. While singles and students can still flourish in compact apartments, such as those available in tall residential towers and low rent apartment blocks. The citizens are consumers at heart, and having options to buy and consume goods positively affects their well-being. Oh, look, Dr. No is here. Diego looks, most of their Lifepath stuff can be ignored. Yes, yeah, I agree, Dr. No, you can ignore the Lifepath stuff. This is just for the people that like to dive a little deeper. Gotta say, it did bug me in the original game that you would have the classic is the Hawthorne. We all have had the Hawthorne residence a million times over, and you click on the Hawthorne residence and it says 6 people living there, and you watch that Hawthorne residence for 3 months, and eventually somebody leaves it, and it's Bob Smith. Why is it the Hawthorne residence if nobody called Hawthorne lives there? That was a big bugbear. Now, Bob Smith would go to the store, and I don't think he ever returns home, and we never see Bob Smith again. And maybe 5 years later, somebody else leaves the Hawthorne residence, and it's Petula Wilson. And Petula Wilson goes to work at the fire station, and we never hear about Petula Wilson again. It seemed very random. I think these characters were spawned specifically for the journeys. You couldn't. I may be wrong, probably am wrong, but that is certainly the perception that I got. And that's definitely not the perception I'm getting from this game. This new game will actually have real citizens, or numbers that relate to citizens, which will appear and do journeys, but actually people that you can track. And that for me is a big win. Anyway, but yes, more depth is always good. Okay, so the happiness info view provides a quick overview of what makes your citizens happy. So there we go. We've got some, I'm guessing, parks there. All these roads look like they're happy roads. That's good. Health. The physical health of your citizens can be inspected in the healthcare info view, which shows the health of the residential buildings as a whole, as well as the city's average health. If a citizen is sick or injured, it is shown in their info panel. Health is affected by the availability of healthcare in the form of a passive health boost received by living in close proximity to a medical facility and receiving treatment at medical facilities in the case of a serious or in the case of a sickness or injury from an accident, both of which severely reduce a citizen's health. So here's your healthcare thing, and we've got the usual bars. You've got healthcare availability. We've got a very high healthcare availability. I would pump down your funding, save yourself some funding. You know, crematorium availability, cemetery availability is really high here. And then you've got your map legend for healthcare buildings, death care buildings, ambulances, hearses. Citizen health here is, this is for this grid. And the grid, it's all yellows and greens, isn't it? So this is all very good. We haven't got any poor areas, although that building looks like it might be struggling a little bit there. Living in areas affected by air and ground pollution has a negative impact on citizens' health. The stronger the pollution, the more severe the effect. If the city has insufficient sewage treatment, it will cause the sewage to back up, decreasing citizens' health. While garbage piling up affects the citizens' well-being, it also affects their health. So providing the city with adequate waste management is important for the quality of life of the citizens. If the city isn't up to the task, then the citizens will tell you about it in their Chirp accounts. Citizens can become sick even if they are not directly affected by any of the aforementioned causes. The probability of becoming sick depends on the health of the citizen. Higher health reduces the risk of getting sick with a cold. However, when a citizen does become sick, their health decreases gently. Sick citizens travel to the nearest medical facility to get treatment for their sickness, but their condition is too poor to travel. But if their condition is too poor to travel by themselves, an ambulance is sent to pick them up. And there's an ambulance. Now the car models, okay, motorbike models, I think still need a bit of work, but yeah, that is a nice looking ambulance, right? That's a nice looking smart car. And there's another nice looking smart car. And there's another nice looking smart car. And there's another nice looking smart car. And there, stop it. There's another nice looking smart car. Anyway, like I say, there's plenty of time to add new models to the game. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not panicking. I'm calm. I'm not panicking. So, did I read this? Citizens also require medical treatment if they get injured in traffic accidents. In that case, an ambulance is sent to the site of the traffic accidents to pick up the injured and bring them to the medical facility. Similar to sickness, the citizens get medical treatment while at the hospital or medical clinic. After the sickness or injury has been treated, the citizen's health starts to improve. However, while sick or injured, the citizen has a chance of dying. You got a chance of dying, right? Anybody who's been watching my streams today will know that for the first 4 hours or so, my nose was pouring. Absolutely pouring. Just dust, allergies, but it was pouring. I had a chance of dying. Anyway, the probability is relatively low, thank goodness, in general, but is related to the citizen's current health level. The lower the health, the higher the risk of dying as a result of their condition. That's an interesting thing. This is a double layer. It's kind of like, I guess, each citizen has like some hit points. and sort of like you need to boost their hit points up. You need to give them armor to keep them alive. And then, the lower the base health, the lower the hit points, the more likely they are to die from getting the bug. Interesting concept. Very nice. Age groups. Here we're going to go through the usual here. I'm sorry. Citizens age through 4 different life stages, and each age group is visually distinct from the others. You'll find children, teens, adults and seniors in your cities, and families, i.e. households, can comprise multiple generations from children to grandparents. As citizens get older, their education options change and their health varies. Children and teens have a health boost while seniors' health slowly decreases. Their age also determines their ability to work, and every citizen can choose to work once they reach the teen age group, though some will prefer to continue their education before finding a job. Your city is home to a wide variety of citizens. This is a nice image. Can I just say that? Paths are always good. And I'm looking at people queuing for the bus. And again, it's very square, boxy box face. Okay. Preferences. Each age group from teens to seniors has preferences for how to travel the city and what types of goods interest them when shopping for the household. When travelling, teens prefer... Here we go again. We know this already. Teens prefer cheaper mode of transport and weigh it against how far they're travelling to walk to their destination. If they travel by car, they would rather park far away in a free parking spot than be closer to their destination while paying a parking fee. Adults value time, so they find the quickest way to get there where they need to be and are willing to pay whatever fee necessary as long as it gets them there fast, be it parking fees, public transport ticket fees or fuel costs for their personal vehicle. Seniors prioritise comfort above all else. I would agree with that. For them, it's not about whether it's cheap or expensive, fast or slow, as long as they get as near as possible to their destination and as comfortably as possible. A direct route to the front door is always the best option. Similarly, age groups also have preferences when it comes to shopping for their household. Many available goods are relatively evenly bought by all types of households. But goods such as electronics are more likely to be bought by households with teens than households with seniors. On the other hand, seniors are more likely to consume financial goods compared to households with children or teens. Wow, the chat's kicked off, isn't it? Lots of depth. You like the depth, that's good to see. You want Cities Skylines 2 to have a long and healthy life. Ah, that's so sweet, Diego. Cities without citizens are boring. Yes, this is true. They are. These systems are in CS1. They just aren't as extensive or as exposed. There are mods in CS1 that let you see more detail. It's very nice that it's now baked into the base game. Agree, Dr. No. Good work. Good words. Things like death waves happen in CS1 because of the coarseness of the simulation. Absolutely. There was just simple things like giving people, yes, have them all die at the same age if you like, but don't have them all spawn in at the same age if that's what you're going to do, Anyway, complex citizens are awesome. Being able to build a city larger than 350k without mods would be even better. I'm sure that's going to be possible. Here. It just looks and feels like it will work fine. Indeed, CS2 looks like it's going to be a fantastic update all round, and it feels highly modular. Yep. I can't wait to see what DLC and mods come. Don't rush. Don't encourage them, Dr. No. They don't need any encouragement to make us spend more money on DLC. Anyway, yeah. And, Paradox mods for the console players. Yes, indeed. Right, okay. Let's carry on. We're going to carry along now, okay? There you go. Citizens, Lifepath, and Chirp. Citizens have a life path dotted with different events such as graduating from a school, finding a spouse, landing a new job, and moving to a new home or away from the city. You can keep an eye on these events through the Lifepath journal by following a citizen. Now this is key. You can keep an eye on these by following a citizen. I suspect you won't actually see their life path in any detail until you click follow on the citizen. You won't know what they were doing before you looked at them, but you will be able to see what job they do, what they're doing, how they're feeling. But the life path option will require clicking follow. So it's a kind of an opt-in, but it's also, I don't know, just I think I'd like a certain amount of information to be followed along. If they're chirping about it, I think it should go into their life path. Anyway, this is done by selecting the citizen and clicking the follow button, adding them to the list of followed citizens found on the right side of the screen, right below Chirp. The Lifepath journal records everything from the added citizens from the moment that they are followed. The journal entry lists their name, home address, current occupation, happiness, and other information, as well as their Chirp feed, where they tell the whole world what is going on in their daily life. A keen player can spot the connections between the citizens' surroundings, such as education options, job opportunities, and living conditions, to the changes in their lives, the jobs they get, and the choices that they make. And there is... right, so we're following Matthew Dennis, apparently. Looks like he's the only person that we're following. So we've got... Matthew Dennis says... alright, it's my first day at Yaksu. I can't believe I finally got married to Diana Fields. Cities by Diana. Yay. So the oldest tweets are at the bottom, or chirps are at the bottom. So, what? Hang on a second. Hang on a minute. Hang on, this is hilarious. So at the bottom, March 2031. Moving in with Karen Mason. What a happy day. Maybe you're the right person, Karen Mason, But this just isn't about the right time for us. I'm so sad, but I just have to go. This was in May of 2031. In May of 2031, Matthew Dennis got married to Diane Fields. So, hang on a second. I think he moved in with Karen in March while he was seeing Diane on the side. There's no way. You dump. Oh wow. And they're showcasing this as a follow. They're showcasing this. Somebody did move fast. I don't respect Matthew Dennis. Anyway, he's happy, he's idling, he's educated, he works at Yazoo or Yaksu maybe there. He lives at 144 Hemlock Street and he's wealthy. No wonder he managed to pick up Diane Fields, sorry. He's wealthy. He can have anybody he wants by waving his wallet about. Oh, we've got these dead end roads as well with the at least we've got a loop back arrow on this. That's a nice touch. But yeah. Keep up with your favourite citizens. Matthew Dennis isn't my favourite citizen. That's ridiculous. That is so funny. Oh, hang on. Well, hang on a second. That a boy. When he moved in with Karen, he discovered he was with Karen. Oh, hang on. We've got a where's the oh, I don't know. Is it that one? That's the one. Yeah, well done. You can have a sound effect for that. That was beautiful. Great line. So, anyway, it should follow your first citizen by default. Well, it probably won't. I think you should. See who moves in first. Click follow, and then just follow them. I think that'd be great. And you got that right. Chirper, the lovable bird from Cities Skylines, makes a the lovable bird. I'm sorry. I hated that bird. I know a lot of people really but no. Swore by him. I swore at him. But anyway, Chirper, the lovable bird from Cities Skylines, makes a glorious return in Cities Skylines 2. It's Cities Skylines 2. Chirper chirps back. Its functionality has been expanded and integrated more into the core gameplay as citizens voice their happiness and frustration about various things happening in the city. The chirps relate to actual events, and looking at the likes, you can see just how important the subject matter is to the chirp sender and other citizens. So this is great. If somebody chirps and it gets one like, it's probably not that important. But if it gets like 1,000, I would definitely go about sorting it out, you know. Citizens can inform you about the lack of city services and congratulate you when their various service and leisure needs have been met. Oh, here we go. More chirper stuff. So from the bottom, Limbazar, get a free drink today from our new bar. So little a little advert there. Oh, even the chirps are full of ads. Oceanport Pharmaceuticals. We love our new location. Grand opening and staffing. Bradley Martin says light the sky, Northern Lights. And electricity department says our electricity production is not meeting demand, so we're forced to import some from our neighbours. There we go. Good. Citizens also chirp about events in their own lives, such as moving together with another person or breaking up, finding a new job, and so on. And as mentioned, they integrate with the citizen's life path, giving you an overview of the followed citizen's life. I need a mod to turn Chirper back into the newspaper from SimCity. Oh, that was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. I ignored not Twitter before, and I'm doing it again. Important information be damned. Again, you don't need it. You can get pretty much all the information you need from the info views. It's a bit of colour. It's a bit of life. Without that, you're just basically it's just numbers being pushed around. Basically, you might as well be playing a spreadsheet. Trying to make these characters feel human is important. And even if it is annoying, like Chirp was annoying, and I got rid of it, I'm glad it was included because it was an option. So, and I'm like, oh, I think again, I've not played the game, but I think I like this. This is not intrusive. Click that. This will pop out every now and then, like I do with Twitter. I might click that and see. The question is, can I follow the electricity department? Anyway, education. There are 5 levels of education. Here we go again. There are 5 levels of education featured in Cities Skylines II. Uneducated, poorly educated, educated, well-educated, and highly educated. Each school provides 1 level of education for citizens. Children are uneducated until they finish elementary school, which increases their education level to poorly educated, which is frankly rude. You can have a well-educated elementary school kid. They could be top of their class. It's not their fault they are little. Right? It's not their fault. We love you, you lovely little children. Anyway, children will always go to school if possible, so make sure to provide enough capacity for your children's needs, or your city's children. Only teens can go to high school, where they can increase their education level to educated. Both teens and adults can go to college, while adults can attend the universities available in the city. College graduation rewards citizens with the well-educated status, and successfully finishing their university studies grants them with the highly educated level. This dude, he's got the same figure as me. I've hit middle age. I need to exercise more. I think if I went to the gym, there we go. I'll go to the gym, trim it up. It's fine. That's just laziness. Teens and adults can choose to go to school or get a job. To make this decision, they calculate their potential income if they choose to go to work and compare it to the income they will receive from a higher education level job after they graduate from school, and see which one is more profitable for them. Some citizens have a preference for working instead of school, and even if the potential future income would be better in the long run, they will still choose to work instead of studying. The short-termism. Employment. Companies found in commercial, industrial and office zones, and most city services have workplaces for citizens to fill. They are divided into complexity levels, which reflect the citizen education levels. City service workplaces remain the same throughout the building's existence, but when a zone building levels up, the complexity and composition of the available jobs changes. A higher complexity level company requires employees with higher levels of education than a company with lower complexity level. Fairly straightforward, I would say. Now this image, we have got the low to high complexity levels. The darker areas here are lower complexity level areas, and then the lighter colours you're going into higher tech by the looks of it. That's what that looks like to me there. Or is that this? Workplace distribution. No, that relates to that, doesn't it? So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I mean, we're just going to get so used to all these. We'll be clicking through them. We'll know which ones to ignore as well. Zoned companies can also change the number of employees if needed. If the company detects that they are doing well, they can expand their workforce. If, on the other hand, they are doing poorly, they can shrink the workforce and save on wage costs to maintain profitable and survive. Between the different company types, industrial manufacturing companies tend to have lower educational requirements for employees, regardless of building level, while commercial and office companies' level of complexity shifts more towards higher educated employees as they level up. Work efficiency. Employee education level represents their capacity to work in different jobs and positions. Higher educated employees are also more efficient in their work, and thus they have a more significant influence on the company's efficiency as well as its production output. When a company is missing employees, the higher education level jobs impact the efficiency and output more. Interesting. Employees are able to do any job at their education level or below, right, or lower. So you can get a university degree and go out sweeping streets, but you can't have be a street sweeper and go and run a high-tech company. Even if a higher educated employee fills a lower level job, their effect on the company's efficiency is calculated with this job's level, not the individual education level, as they are not able to use all their talents in that position. If the company doesn't have employees at a high enough education level, they can't fill all the available jobs. This results in decreased efficiency and production. Citizen happiness also affects the company's efficiency, and thus its production and profitability. Happy employees are a valuable commodity to a company, so it's important to take care of the citizens' well-being and health to ensure that the companies can thrive. If an employee gets sick or injured, they cannot work, which means that the company loses some of its efficiency. Once the employee has gotten well, they return to work life and continue contributing to the company's efficiency. How are we going here? But how can you become a billionaire and buy Chirp and run it into the ground? As I think we covered in Cities Skylines II a few weeks ago, we should rename Chirp Why. Why? Why? But that won't happen. Right, so what have we got? Some of the education behaviour, waiting is weird. Higher educated generated less trash, really. They tend to consume more and so should generate more trash. But in terms of the gameplay, I kind of get it. You want to teach them, I don't know. Yeah, in terms of gameplay mechanics, I was okay with that mechanic, but realism, yeah, probably right, actually. Luigi, in before the chirper in a high-pop city drowns out important stuff with ads and random Sims chirps. Yes, yeah. Just like Twitter, basically. Find something useful on Twitter. Well done. Criminal behaviour. Here we go. Citizens can become criminals. The probability of this is relatively low, but the chance is increased if the citizen's well-being is low. When this happens, the citizen will commit a crime. Not might. When this happens, the citizen will commit a crime to earn income by first selecting the target of their criminal activity. The target is a building where the robbery takes place, and it is selected by comparing the buildings in the city and their crime probability values. The final choice is a random pick from the group of buildings with the highest crime probability values. The citizens living in the building targeted by the criminal will suffer a temporary loss of well-being. So if you've got an area which you don't have much in the way of police services to, I guess those areas are going to be more likely to have a crime. And interesting. So we got Jacqueline Hadley here. She's a citizen. She's going home. She's an adult. She's well educated. She is from the Hadley family. They are wealthy. They live at 24 Woodland Street. She is a robber. No wonder she's wealthy. Oh, blimey. Well, she's legging it. She's absolutely legging it. Job level, she's a specialist robber. And she's employed by Eno. I'm a bit worried about this Eno. I think Eno should probably be arrested. Do robbers have employers? And she's And she's going home. She's legging it home. I wouldn't leg it home. If you're running, don't go home. You're leading them to your home. It's a dumb move, Jacqueline. It's a dumb move. Anyway, yes. Fun times. Okay. Criminals will flee the scene to avoid getting caught by the police. Yeah, going home. Bad move. Go somewhere else. The criminal will travel to the building, commit the crime there, which takes some time, and then leave. When the crime takes place, an alarm is triggered and alerts the police station, but there is a small delay before the patrol car is sent to the crime scene. If the patrol car reaches the location before the criminal leaves, the criminal is arrested. Well, duh. If the criminal leaves before the police arrive, they escape the law and are free to continue their criminal deeds for another day. When a criminal is arrested, the police take them to a jail located at police stations and police headquarters. A portion of the arrested criminals are sentenced to serve time in prison, either in the city if one is available, or at one of the outside connections if one is not available. Citizens who are not sentenced to prison are released and their criminal status is reset, just like criminals who have served their time in prison. Once released, they rejoin society as regular citizens. Depending on their age, citizens can die of old age while serving their time in their prison sentence. Need a San Francisco option where any arrested criminals are just turned loose. Or a UK one where we don't bother arresting them. We just ignore it. Hopefully they'll sort themselves out. You own a musket for home defence. Stand your ground. It's the local godfather. Could be, in before the Chirper in high population city around. Oh, I've read that one. Hi, RCN. Right, so leisure and tourists, or leisure and tourists, depending on your preference. Everybody knows mine. Citizens love their free time and want to spend it in the city visiting parks and other attractions, going shopping and enjoying entertainment in the various restaurants and bars. This need for leisure affects their well-being, and when their leisure decreases, they seek opportunities to increase it. Not all options are created equally though, which means it takes a different amount of time to gain leisure in different places. Citizens choose the location based on the amount of and how quickly they can gain leisure while staying there, as well as comparing the pathfinding costs to the different locations. More about pathfinding in the Traffic AI Development Diary, which we've covered. Episode 1, wasn't it? I believe. Tourists and city attractiveness. Tourists are citizens who visit the city briefly. They stay at a local hotel while in the city and make choices daily whether to visit one of the city's attractions and commercial areas or to stay at the hotel. The city's attractiveness value determines how many tourists are drawn to the city, and this value can be increased by building parks and other attractions such as landmarks. Tourists make similar calculations about their leisure targets as citizens, comparing the leisure value of the locations to their distance from the hotel and deciding which of them is the best option for them to gain leisure. Sunny and warm days invite your citizens to enjoy outdoor activities, like this guy here who appears to be levitating. Is he levitating? I'm pretty sure this guy enjoys levitating. And again, this has been showcased as being, just, I don't know. I mean, I would have photoshopped some of these bits. I would have photoshopped him close to the ground. It doesn't say in-game footage or anything like that, does it? So, I don't know. So funny. Content citizen here. Hi, Sifo. Good to have you along. Gerard, the guy, the yoga master. Yes, that's exactly what it is. I wouldn't be surprised if there will soon be a purge mod. Dang it. Dang it. Right, okay, we're still going on here. There's quite a bit. There are some, like I say, there are some bits still to come which are, I'm going to say, new. We've been covering the same old crap. There are different levels of education. There are different ages of citizens. Match up this with that. That matches with this. You get passive that. I mean, the stuff that we know already, right? But we are getting to some stuff we've not seen, so that's good. Leisure types. Leisure can be gained from various locations. City recreation includes indoor and outdoor recreation possibilities in the form of tourist attractions and landmarks, parks, plazas, and various sports venues such as a tennis court, soccer field, or the community pool. Commercial recreation includes commercial zones where citizens and tourists can go shopping and spend time at the malls and all kinds of cozy boutiques. Citizens can also gain leisure from entertainment, visiting local bars, or eating fancy meals at local restaurants. These leisure locations differ from others in that the citizens and tourists pay for the leisure gain as they buy beverages and meals at the location, combining their need for goods and their need for leisure. On rainy and cold days, your citizens prefer indoor activity. It's raining. It's raining and they're all indoors. Okay? I don't know what this is. Crazy Colibee? I don't know what this is. But anyway, it's Crazy Colibee. That's what this is. Your citizens can also decide to travel to one of the outside connections for leisure, essentially becoming tourists in another city. The whole household hops into the car. We've all done it. Or one of the public transport options and leaves the city for a few days. Lastly, weather affects citizens and tourist behaviour when choosing leisure activities. Good, sunny and warm weather encourages them to seek leisure in indoor recreation places such as parks. Hang on. Good. Outdoor, BonBon. Read the words. Words are easy. Encourages them to seek leisure in outdoor recreation places such as parks and plazas, while rainy, snowy and cold weather causes citizens and tourists to seek indoor leisure in the form of shopping and entertainment. Now, this is the bit where we've got some new stuff now. So if you've been drifting off, it's time to be a little bit more on the ball for a few minutes. Nothing here that's going to test you, nothing here that's going to break your mind, but there are new bits here. Right. Certain events can cause citizen conditions. Certain events can cause conditions for citizens, which are visible on the citizens info panel. While there is no direct way to remove conditions from citizens, the player can investigate the causes and through city management help the overall situation. As an example, if citizens are becoming sick, it can be a sign of sewage backing up in the pipes, pollution spreading to residential areas, or insufficient healthcare service in the city causing decreased health, which leads to an increased probability of becoming sick. Depending on the cause, you can improve this situation by expanding city services such as your sewage treatment options, or building a medical clinic or a hospital to take care of the sick condition and remove the negative effects from the area, making sure that your citizens remain healthy. Below we have an overview of the different conditions citizens can be affected with. Right, okay, we've been building up to this. We have been building up to this. He's a magician. We had floating bushes. We did. Yeah, it's... hi, Larry. It's David Blaine. Yes. Conditions. Sick. Sick citizens cannot work. As long as they remain sick, they are in increased danger of dying. Medical treatment is required to recover from the sick condition. Injured. Injured citizens cannot work. Citizens become injured when involved in traffic accidents, building fires and collapse, and natural disasters. Medical treatment is required to recover from the injured condition. Homeless. Citizens who cannot pay the rent where they live and with no means to move to another home or out of the city become homeless. They have no permanent residence and end up living in the various city parks. Unwell. Citizens who are unwell have a low well-being value. Their happiness value decreases and their contribution to work is also negatively affected. Additionally, they are at risk of becoming criminals if their well-being doesn't increase. Weak. Citizens who are weak have a low health value. This decreases their happiness and negatively affects their contribution to work. Citizens with a low health are at high risk of becoming sick, and when a weak citizen becomes sick, their health value decreases to very low, putting them at increased risk of dying if they don't get medical treatment. Distressed. Citizens who are in danger or trapped are distressed. Citizens who are in danger when they are in a burning building while trapped. Citizens are involved in a building collapse let me start that again. Again, we could do with a comma here or there. Citizens who are in danger or trapped are distressed. Citizens are in danger when they are in a burning building, comma, while trapped citizens are involved in a building collapse and are buried under the rubble. Poor people. Sometimes, it's not funny. Sometimes citizens who are in a burning building can also become trapped, unable to escape. So, it just gets worse, doesn't it? Evacuated. Evacuated citizens are in an emergency shelter. Citizens can travel to an emergency shelter by themselves, or they can be picked up by an evacuation bus, which transports them to the emergency shelter. So, and less capital letters. Oh, dang right. Dang right. Citizens are in danger. I think these are the key words. Basically, we are highlighting the key words. But, yeah, you're right. Right, as you can tell, Citizens in Cities Skylines 2 are more complex than in the predecessor, and we hope you will enjoy the new features. Whether you aim to boost efficiency through happy and healthy citizens, or want to follow your favourite citizens and as their life evolves in your city, this development diary should help you achieve your goals. Next week, we will be back with another development diary to take a look at the different aspects of the game as we look behind the scenes of the sound and music in Cities Skylines 2. So yeah, we have two more. Sound and music, then there's one more dev diary after that. After that, I suspect we will be seeing tidbits, little teaser live streams. I expect we'll have the likes of Maddie and Guest doing some live streams, that kind of stuff. I expect that's the way we're going to be going now with all of this. So lots and lots to look forward to. But yeah, let's go back and let's look at some of these animations. Remember, this was pushed back by a week so that they could share the animations with, well, not animations, can't remember what the words they used were, but they wanted to showcase some new footage regarding citizens. So instead of being episode 10, this is now episode 11. And what we have is... Today's show was brought to you by Pampers Adult Nappies for the... Oh, this old game was going to have an absolute joy with this, turning this into an adult nappy fake ad. Just like so good. Oh, check out his channel, so good. Well, yeah, look at all this. So, sorry, I'm just this kid here, and the one behind him. Yeah, I mean, I'm underwhelmed. I don't know if it was. I think I'd rather have seen this last week with the old animations because they were slightly less pamperish. This guy's cool though. This guy's cool with the hat and the glasses and the beard by the looks of it. And this guy, I'm guessing this is the guy here, the greased back hair. See, this for me looks like a different This looks like to me like more up to date modelling than some of the others. Compare that with this. I mean, hang on, let's bring this back a bit. Look at the animation on the dogs compared to the people. So there we go. The dogs are just... Okay, right, they're walking in unison. I get that, but... I don't know. I do not know. Looks like they've just left the gym. Yeah, all pooped their pants. Exactly. Definitely. It's definitely a pant pooping moment. Definitely a pant pooping moment. Anyways, so we'll be seeing everyone with early access. Hang on a second. We'll be seeing everyone really from the 8th of September with early access, eh? Wow. Guess who hasn't got early access? I've got my hand up here. It's fine. It's fine, Paradox. You don't have to, right? I'm taking a week off on the week of release to play this game to death, to learn it backwards, and to be the best non-official City Skylines reporter out there. That's what I'm going to be doing. Look, the atmosphere is very thick, you know. Yes. Yes. I get where you're going up there, going with that one. Right, so here's what's going to happen now, right? I'm going to go and get myself some dinner. Once I have had my dinner, I will be coming back to my Collab 81 village build, which I have been working on throughout the day. There have been a few people with me today. This is about 6 hours of build in the Collab 81. 6 hours. I would say about 5.5 of those 6 hours of me basically reading the chat. And about half an hour. No, it's probably a bit more than that, but yeah. These buildings are placeholder buildings. They are not going to live there like that. But yeah, this is my contribution towards the 81 tile. And I'd love to see you a little bit later. A few of you, if you want to join me for that, that would be pretty cool. Hang on a second, what have we got here? Yes, early access for all the usual suspects, and some others like Joy Builds. Joy Builds, definitely worthy. Toadie, Teddy, yeah. Who's Cello? Cello? Don't know Cello. But yeah, I mean, good for them. Good for them. But you know, hello, I've got my hand up. Paradox, what are you playing at, hey? What are you playing at? But there you go. They clearly aren't fans of my channel. That's fair enough, right? But yes, I'm going to come back here. I've got some bits and bobs to do. Like, I want to put a little curve into the roads here and here as well. Might leave that one straight. Just a few more bits of buildings around and a little bit of detailing. And I think this will be good to go. And I'll go back to map making and working on my final map as from tomorrow probably. But it's been a lot of fun. So Dev Diary, I suppose we should throw it back onto there. Yeah, the Dev Diary was, I mean, not underwhelming. There was some stuff in there. The video was underwhelming. The diary was worthy, I would say. Can Paradox stop the motorcycles outside? Yes, please. There's another one. It's great. Anyway, yes, so I'm going to go and cook myself some dinner. I will be on live stream back on my on the map there, on the city build or village build. So love to have you along a little bit later on. Watch out for when I go live. We'll do that then. But that's it from me. Thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing. Thanks to everybody who was in the chat. We've got Larry, we've got Gerard, we've got RCN, we've got Doc No there, we've got Luigi, I just say Aaron already. We've got Cypho was here as well. Scrolling up. I don't want to miss anybody. Don't want to miss anybody. I think I got most of everybody. I think that was everybody. And there was me at the top as well. So anyway, thanks everybody who took part in today's stream. You are absolute legends. I've had a great time. And I'll see you again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.